The Homewood Women's Club was founded in 1920. Their main objective was exchange of books among members with the idea of starting a small library. Contributions of books were assembled, and from the success of the quantity collected, the ideas of a public library became born. The Homewood Public Library began in Mr. Gold's real estate office on Ridge Road. During cold weather, they gathered around a small black stove which burned coal or wood. In November of 1924, the Women's Club announced the opening of the library to the public. Members of the club continued to start the library, which was open Saturday afternoons and each night except Sunday. In 1925, the Homewood Chamber of Commerce allowed the women to publish the local newspaper, the Homewood News. The women were able to publish the paper by hiring an editor on a profit-sharing basis. This enabled the club to support the library and a librarian with about $1,500 a year. Also in 1925, the Illinois Central Railroad decided that their small wooden train station was too old and offered it free to anyone who wanted it. Because the Women's Club had outgrown the real estate office, they asked for and received the train station. The women raised $1,500 to have the station moved to a new site in Triangle Park, as well as to build a... By 1927, the maintenance of the library had become too great for the women. On April 19 of that year, the Homewood Public Library was established as a tax-supported institution. Trustees were elected and a librarian was hired. The library flourished in its new location, but by 1958 was totally inadequate to support the needs of a growing community. In 1960, a referendum seeking approval to build a new library was successful. A new Homewood Public Library designed by McPherson, Swing and Associates of Homewood was opened to the public on January 13, 1962. The completion of the new library building was the realization of a dream of many years, but the old had to give way to the new. Now, the many times remodeled old library building had to be torn down. There was a sharp increase in the use of the library's services as a consequence of the growing collection and staff and the need for more space. In 1987, a campaign was started to encourage the Homewood community to vote positively to pass a referendum to build a new library building. The referendum was successful, and a new and larger library was built at 17917 Dixie Highway, right here. In moving to the new building in 1989-1990, Administrative Librarian Larry Galfius asked for help from the community to transfer the book collection. Library card holders were allowed to check out multiple books from the old building and to return them to the new building. The present-day Homewood Public Library is home to over 110,000 books and 12,000 DVDs and CDs. The library is also staffed by highly qualified librarians who are able to assist patrons in finding information. In 2005, the Homewood Public Library saw over 300,000 visitors. In the 2022-2023 fiscal year, post-COVID, the collection was accessed over 192,000 times, including use of ebooks, audiobooks, streaming offerings, databases, music downloads, quote, library of things, unquote, items, and of course, traditional items such as DVDs, CDs, and last but not least, BOOKS, books. As times have changed, so has the library. The Makery is open tonight, where you can see our new 3D printer, Mac computer, I'm not familiar with this, Glowforge, Crycut, heat press, sewing machines, and more. Please check it out. And thank you for being an important part of our first 100 years. Thank you.